If you're getting disk space warnings whilst editing in Final Cut Pro, keep watching and we'll get that sorted out.
Mr. Bear!
If you're here for the method on how to fix your low disk space warning whilst editing in 4K on Final Cut Pro, look for the timestamp below. But before you do that, click like and subscribe. Now, if you bought or intend to buy the new MacBook M1 Pro thinking, this beefy new machine hits all these great numbers and these benchmarks I don't even understand, time to edit in 4K. Hold up just a second, because as I was doing this exact same thing, the fans on my MacBook started firing up. Admittedly, it was quite quiet, but still noticeable. And what's worse is that I was getting low disk space warnings, which is quite shocking since this is a brand new machine. I hardly have anything on it. And the 512GB SSD was filling up fast. After a bit of research, I found out it was Final Cut Pro filling up my hard drive with a massive project cache, and this is especially an issue if you're editing in 4K and above. If you opted for the base model M1 Pro as well, don't worry, you can still save this situation by getting a 1TB external drive and setting your cache to save on that external drive whilst you're editing. So no loud fans and no disk space warnings. So you've got your project open on Final Cut Pro, and this can be a brand new project or it can be a project that you've been working on already. So on the top left, click on the library and look for modify settings on the right here. The third option, cache, click on the down arrow and then choose where you want the cache to be saved. So in my case it will be the 1TB SSD, and you click choose. And if you've been working on this project already, you might get an additional pop-up asking if it wants to carry something else around. Just say OK to that as well. An additional tip for saving some hard drive space: when you import your items, make sure you have leave files in place ticked off so that it doesn't duplicate your assets, and then click on import. You're free to delete this cache after you finish your project, or you can just keep deleting it whilst you're editing a project, but Final Cut Pro would just keep making this file. So it's better to just set it and forget it. Bear in mind that you do need to have this drive connected whilst you're editing, so don't forget it if you're working away from home. I'm using a Samsung T7 for this task because it's small and sleek, and it's future-proof with USB 3.2 Generation 2. And in my opinion, this is good value considering that if you want to add an additional 512GB to your internal SSD at the time of purchase, it costs an additional £200, whilst this drive cost me £78 just before Black Friday. That's double the disk space for half the price. I edited my previous 4K video using this Western Digital external hard drive, and that worked just fine too, with a little bit of slowdown here or there. So if you already have an additional external hard drive lying around, you might be fine. So give that a go first before investing in additional drives. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and don't forget to like and subscribe.